Hello, everyone. Welcome to
are.
the 15th.
Here we are.
Oh, here we are. Hello, everyone. Okay. Help me.
It started over again.
Hello,
Yep.
everyone, and welcome to the 15th fucking episode of this goddamn podcast. We are the Mystical Hot Chocolate Endeavors. Welcome, bitches. We're opening up this pit. We're fucking shit up. Boys, how the fuck has your week been?
Man, I love this fucking energy. It seems very insincere from my part, but I just want to open this pit and make sure that wherever these people are listening to this podcast, that, you know, you're having a nice day. But we had it very rough, apparently. I don't know, man. I think we just got some bad news, but it'll be okay because
Will,
it's
I gotta
fake
say,
news.
you're
We
cutting in and out.
I'm lagging as fuck.
Oh, dude, you have no idea how bad. It's great, though. It's really good.
But the worst part is that none of this is being captured
But
with our
it's like I'm
outboard mics.
recording, so should I just not record what's going on? Like,
I have no idea.
because everything else is
Maybe-
going fine.
Just make
turn
sure you
yourself
don't.
to audio. Just turn yourself to audio on the Skype. Hopefully that'll help.
Okay, that
Or know
okay.
that we'll laugh a lot
That's
and not
all-
be able to take what you say seriously.
I
One of
can't
those two.
I can't wait to watch back on this and actually see what he said because like right now I'm in suspense. Like this is very good. Oh my god.
Wait.
Yeah, Will, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Repeat
Can you hear me
how-
now?
I can
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah, we can hear you great.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
Can you understand me?
Yes.
What do I sound like?
You sound like William.
You sound sensual.
Oh.
You've got a low
okay,
rumble.
okay.
You've got a
okay.
certain
Oh.
warmth.
It's
That's-
his garden, dude. It's Will's
It might
garden.
be the garden. It might be the fan. It might be this like track machine that is somewhere in this room that I'm using to record this. So yeah.
My guy, you gotta toil your soil.
Yeah, you gotta
Mm.
toil that soil, brother.
The TS method.
The TS method, man. The
Ain't that the truth, though?
the earlier you can learn to TS, the less you'll have to deal with the BS, and then you're good. You're golden after that.
Golden Pony Boy.
Golden pony boy. Was it Outsiders? Outsiders, yes.
I didn't get any of these references. I'm sorry.
It's
Same.
okay. It's not worth it.
There's a lot of
Let
famous
the man-
people in it.
What?
There's a lot of really big people in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in their
Damn.
like early or heydays.
Mhm.
And I definitely missed it.
Patrick Swayze,
Yep.
Oh.
the Karate Kid.
Oh. Oh God, why am I forgetting his name right
I know.
now?
I'm just
Machio? Machio?
yes. Macchio. Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio, yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yo.
pull it up.
Yeah.
Is there something with Patrick Swayze in cones? Do you
Conan
guys know
O'Brien.
anything about this? Yeah, cones.
I do
like
not
the shape.
think so. Oh
No.
wait. What?
Okay, or like, traffic cones. So like when there was this venue in suburban Marietta, Georgia growing up that was called Swayze's, and because of that their mascot was like, the impromptu mascot was Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
And there was this like one asshole like, douchebag senior high school kid who thought he was really cool because his job was to tell everyone that if you were going to smoke cigarettes, you had to stay inside the cones and not just meander into the parking lot and piss
Oh
off
my
the landlord.
God. Oh
And
my
at the end
God.
of that kid's tenure there, he got a tattoo, like on his back or something,
Okay.
that was Patrick Swayze with "Stay inside the cones" underneath it. And I was like, did this kid really tattoo Swayze's venue on him? Or I thought there
Wow.
might have been some deeper thing there. But no,
Not
he was
that
just...
I know of.
That was just that. Good for
Oh
that
my
kid.
God.
I'm glad that
I hope
that
he's
happened.
doing well nowadays.
Stay inside the cones. Those are words to live by.
All right, I got
This
it.
is very good.
Outsiders lead cast list.
Okay.
C. Thomas Howell, Matt Dillon,
Okay.
Ralph Macchio, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, Tom Cruise, Glenn Whitrow, Diane Lane, Leif Garrett, and that's it.
Damn.
Yeah, I missed
That's
that
a-
one.
That's a lot of.
Same.
Yeah. I
Lot
mean,
of-
that's older, right? That's got to be how old now?
1983.
Okay. Yeah.
The
Nice,
year
nice.
of the Jaguar.
Year of the Jaguar.
I have no idea.
That's the best year.
Sick, man.
Metal.
Sick.
Why are you lying again?
It's my job.
Wow.
Who else is gonna
Okay.
lie?
Yeah. He's right.
That makes sense. That makes sense. You're right.
We should have like one episode where all three of us do the lying, and then Trevor's
have to
the
only
only
tell
one
the
who tells
truth.
the
Like-
Yeah.
Let's do a
It's gonna be
practice
really
round.
hard for him. Like.
Let's do a practice round.
Okay. All right. Cool. Oh God, lies.
I am a competent musician.
Well,
Damn.
honest truth. I mean, but you aren't though.
I personally cannot tell a lie. So Tyler, you're a great musician.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll go back to telling the truth too. Yeah,
You guys
Tyler,
are
you're a
full of
great
shit.
musician. No.
I'm just
Nah, you're
no,
very
no.
good.
I'm just trying to just negate Trevor again. He lies and I just say no to
I-
him. You know what I mean?
I am a boy.
Uh-huh.
I am Trevor.
Uh-huh.
I live in Texas.
Yes, there you go.
I have a dog.
Yes, you do. How
That's
many
crazy.
dogs?
I have
That's...
one dog.
Okay, there we go. It's done. All right.
Okay.
Sorry. You're out. It took him four
Oh,
truths
oh,
before he could,
that was a
before he
lie.
lied.
That's-
Yeah.
I thought it was a trick question because of our little joke about Allie.
Yeah.
You know what? No, but that was a good run. That was a
Yeah.
good run. I'm proud of you, man.
I
That was a
tried.
lot of truth.
I
A lot
tried
of it.
so hard.
Yeah. He really went for it too.
I was trying.
Yeah.
Let it be known, I can only answer 4 truths before I lie. At a maximum.
Dude, that's
At a maximum. It may be 1 or 2 truths.
When we go on tour, we like to keep somebody around to like tally the truths before the lie, just so we can keep our shit straight constantly.
yes.
And then at the end of the
This is
day,
good.
we go back and we look at what may have been the truths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because sometimes he'll curveball it. He'll do like he'll do truth, lie, truth, lie, truth, lie, and you're like, oh, you gotta watch out.
It's
He'll
like
throw us off.
Craig's rhythmic writing.
This
Exactly.
boy has some pros.
Exactly.
And see, it's a pro with Craig, but for some reason it's a con with my lying. I don't know.
But okay, wait, no. Okay, back to the lying. Maybe
Yeah.
if you were an accountant, that would really help you out, right?
Ooh.
No, I'm
There you
Bro,
kidding. No, don't
go
do
work.
that.
Go work for the IRS. Go work
Yeah.
for the IRS.
Nothing bad ever came out of the likes of that. That's a great call. Just do that. You could do that. You could
I could lie to people.
I was about to say like you could have like worked with the Trump administration, but we don't really need that anymore. Well, fuck it. You got Biden now. Just go over there. Like everybody lies. You know what I mean? Like come on, let's go.
Who's
Hey,
the
man.
biggest liar? Like, who could I
Joe
work
Biden.
for?
Joe Biden only tells the truth. I just want to put that out there. Let's keep going.
Is it
Good
Our,
lie,
savior,
Tyler.
our savior, Joe Biden.
is it not technically a lie if you don't know what's going on around you?
Like, if you
Huh.
have mental disorders
Well-
or... Yeah, I think it's still
I
a
mean,
lie.
maybe it's true in his own mind.
So wait. Has he said anything that's like crazy again? I don't know. I haven't been
Well,
paying that much attention.
Specifically a lie. My whole thing, and like this has been like a constant bit, but like this is more than just him. This is, to be honest, this is just the whole Democratic push for him. The entire election process was him talking to Trump. And again, like I'm not trying to pro-Trump right now. I'd just like to definitely say that out loud. But like his whole thing about talking about how Trump doesn't have a plan about the whole COVID situation. He never did. He never will. He's like, vote for me. I've got a plan. We're going to get us where we need to go. And then he finally gets in. It's just like, yeah, what do you mean, man? I don't know how to deal with this either. It's just like, I thought you said you had a plan, Joe. Like, where the fuck
Well,
happened to that plan?
Well,
I was
well,
like, I forgot.
I forgot.
Joe did a pretty okay job of vaccine distribution, like a very okay job of that very quickly.
But is that really him though? If he's literally walking into it at the very last.
The development of the vaccine is largely due to Trump, and we can definitely give that administration a lot of credit. But the actual implementation of the distribution, and it's particularly the rush of Johnson and Johnson, I want to say a lot of that was Biden. But Trevor, I can tell you have something that is not what I just said. So let's hear that.
It actually that what you said is true. But I will say one of the things that I remember is in May. I think Trump had said that they were going to have vaccines starting to be administered by December. And everyone was like, you're so full of shit. And then December comes around and he's like, all right, here's the vaccines. And I remember thinking it was kind of funny that everyone gave him all this shit and then he did do that much. Not that I love the guy, but that was one thing I do feel like he did come through, except for the fact that he also said that everyone was going to be able to hang out on Easter.
This whole thing's going to be behind us by Easter.
That's what he said.
Are you sure you didn't write that for him?
That could have been one of his lies.
Something had to pay for my bike.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's an expensive rack, dude. That's a nice rack.
My
Trevor,
God.
Trevor, you're a genius.
But if you did that for Donald Trump and all you got was a $600 bike rack, I would riot.
Yeah.
7.
I'm pretty sure I saw Trevor at the Capitol building. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
I was there when the riot happened, but I wasn't inside. I was kind of on the outside in the SpongeBob costume,
Oh, yeah.
telling everyone, go in. They said it's okay. I was just lying.
Damn. Whoa.
We got Tyler working for Fox News. We got Trevor working for Trump. Holy shit. Will, who the fuck do you work for?
Yeah.
I'm indisposed.
Wait a minute. So do me and Tyler work together?
Wait, where's that green screen? I need that green screen again. Whoa, wait, hide everything. Nope.
QAnon.
Oh,
That's who Will works for.
Will works with QAnon. Oh my god.
And that just leaves Craig.
Is
Bro.
Will a little cutie? Will's a little cutie. Okay, you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
QAnon is really
I'm not
strange. And the fact that it exists, and I don't know, okay, so somebody's making this up, and then a bunch of other people believe it.
Yeah.
He himself doesn't necessarily believe it. He's just making it up. But he is just he's making it up, and he's also fucking around with the idea that I don't know, you can just spread information on the internet, which I believe in. I believe in spreading information or just data or whatever things on the internet because it's useful. It's kind of it's part of the nature of what it does. But then, of course, spreading spreading misinformation that gets people hurt. And I mean, I don't know. There's a bunch of other shit on the fucking dark web. So whatever. But dude, it's such a weird space.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, though. The core thing with QAnon, is it not that the richest people on Earth are all a part of a super exclusive pedophilia ring or some crazy fucking nutty shit, and, they pay off everyone and killed that guy who...
Epstein.
What the... Yeah, there we go.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't think that's far from the truth, but,
You're
that's
missing
another podcast.
one very key thing, and it's that it's not just a pedophilia ring, but... They drink
also vampires.
the blood of the kids because their adrenaline glands at that age is what gives them life and energy.
There's something in young blood called hypothermicine or something like that keeps them young and vibrant.
Midichlorians?
Yeah, no, not midichlorians. They use young Jedi children to stay young forever.
Nice.
But yeah, that's
That's why Anakin killed the younglings.
Yeah, that's
He was
exactly.
bringing them to Epstein.
Yes, he was bringing them to Epstein. Yeah. Oh my God, Anakin is Q when Q. Is they just call him Q?
Is Joe Biden Ben Kenobi in his young days?
Oh, I don't
These-
know.
These comparisons are just way out of
Guys,
whack.
did
I
Star
know.
Wars just predict
know.
the future 40 years ahead of itself? Like, are we about
I'm-
to see some Death Star shit?
I
versus
sure hope so.
Biden and Q. And Biden
Bro,
like
it,
just
it
disappears.
might happen, dude. This is.
Man.
I was just talking about shit like this the whole day.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because it's getting bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have noticing, but it's getting bad just around the world. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm. It's awful.
And you would think it's like something that snuck up on you, but like
Yeah.
in reality it didn't. But it happened, you know. And then
What specifically are you referring to?
right now I'm talking about
Yeah.
fucking Israel bombing the
Mhm.
Gaza Strip and
Yep.
shit like that. You know what I mean?
Russia's about to declare war on the Ukraine.
Oh.
Again?
I didn't hear about that.
Me neither.
Because we're pulling out of Afghanistan, and something about that also included with
Oh.
we're pulling troops out
Wait,
of Ukraine as well.
so-
I think
Oh God.
Oh, okay. So
that was like the
Yeah.
whole thing. Like, think about the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh,
we
uh-huh.
got pissed because Russia set up missiles in Cuba pointed at us, and we were like, "Hey, you can't do that." And they're like, "Well, for fucking 20 years, you've had missiles in the Ukraine pointed at us." And then we were like, "Oh, okay." And then like we had to pull those troops, and then they tried to invade the Ukraine.
Oh God.
bro, why would you That's so
My-
unnecessary.
Can we just
I-
put our missiles down? Can we just
Also-
put our missiles down?
Also, I
Right.
just want to point out, imagining like a Cuban diplomat going up to the president back in the 60s and just like, "You got missiles pointed towards us." Just like Trevor said it there. Sorry, that was my favorite part. Keep going.
That's how they talked, bro. They had to keep it
Yeah.
short, sweet, to the point.
Yep.
Well, you know, and on top of like the all the rest of the things that seem to be man-made, let's not forget also that India is having like 300,000 COVID cases
Yeah.
a day still. I mean, that's absolutely insane.
Aren't they at war?
With China, who are you thinking of?
India is at war with someone.
India and China are
Not
like
China.
sort of. Yeah, they're constantly at war on a border dispute.
But it wasn't China.
Really?
Yes.
That
Yes.
is true,
didn't
but
hear
it
about
wasn't China who they. I think India is at war.
Who?
Like actually?
Yes,
I did not I hadn't heard
because
about
I
that.
remember like last year, yeah, with Pakistan.
Shit, I did not
I know there's
that.
a rivalry there.
No, they like declared war on each other,
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
and I'm not making this up.
Wow.
There you go,
Oh.
ladies and gentlemen. One good truth, and it's a
Yeah, that's the one
shit.
truth.
And it's
I'm
a
about to start
shitty
lying.
one. He finally did it, and it sucks. Can you go back to lying now, please?
Bro, okay, so
Um,
I
we
don't
found a
know.
cure for
I'm trying to
cancer.
tell you guys to watch this, but Democracy Now. Anybody? Anybody?
Yeah, man. Victor Wallace back in the B word. He showed me Democracy Now, and I watch that stuff occasionally.
Nice.
The little
Nice.
daily news things, yeah.
How does it compare to SpongeBob?
Less entertaining.
Okay.
More impactful.
Yeah.
Similarly impactful, less entertaining. No, it's a very good news network.
Okay.
Funnily enough,
Keep going, Will.
funnily enough, it's like sometimes I'm like with the commentator with Amy. She's like, okay, come on, you get your shit together. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. But other than that, yeah, it's a pretty good source. Where was I going with that? I forgot. So okay, so earlier, you guys, you could hear me, but you couldn't see me. What was the?
No, you were like pausing. It was very. I don't know. It was just strange.
You were just dropping out every few words.
And it was funny.
It was
Yeah,
so
it
funny.
was pretty. It was pretty
I,
good.
I recommend going back to it occasionally.
It was
Okay.
like a lot of energy and then stop, and then a lot of energy and then stop, and it was
Like
just
when you're
kinda
feeling
like
like when you're feeling like you think we need a good laughs, turn your camera on and start lagging. we,
You know what? Okay, I think that is a good call for like the rest of this like podcast.
that. Excellent.
We gave you the option. You could turn your camera off and sound good, or leave it on and be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it. I'm not funny. Thanks, man.
And then everybody's just confused because we're laughing, but they're only just seeing William saying hello.
Yeah, they're just hearing
Man.
Just casually trying to talk.
Speaking of spreading false information from earlier, did you hear about that thing that happened with the bassist from Megadeth?
Oh, I didn't hear
David
the result of it.
Okay, so
I don't know.
apparently some videos got leaked of him J and his D on camera. And so apparently the original story was that he was sending videos of this like unsolicited to this underage girl, and then like they
Bad
ended
trip.
up yeah, super bad trip. But then they ended up finding out that I guess it was like I guess a very of age side hustle like outside of his wife, and that like it was the friend of the girl who had it that like put it out there. And I was like, so like the first thoughts of people when they see this, now don't get me wrong, like that's mad embarrassing and I feel really bad for the guy, like, you know, just in general. But I don't like how like the first thing was everybody just went straight to pedophilia when it came out, you know what I mean? Like where was the information that pushed that, you know,
Dude,
kind of thing?
Some people, they like the impact more than the truth.
Ah.
A prime
Tucker
example
Carlson.
of this is, and I wasn't going to talk about it, but this is a very good example to use.
Yeah.
Not even 20 minutes ago, I come in and I'm talking to my mom about something,
Okay.
and we were referring to a friend of mine, and she was that works over at Chick-fil-A, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, she's come home like every night crying because of this manager," and I'm like, "Okay, but how many nights?" And she's like, "It's like every night." I'm like, "Well, how many?" And she's like, "Oh, 3." I'm like, "Okay, but that's not every night.
Okay.
You know, like that's 60 shifts. You know, like that's every night."
Mhm.
And so it's like some people just like that sound of the impact more than
I see.
the actual truth, you know? So something like
But still, though, what
David
happened? Is she
Ellefson
okay?
David
Yeah.
Ellefson's sleeping with a 20-year-old, and it's like, oh, it's basically pedophilia. He's having, you know, like,
Mhm.
and then it's like, but it's not.
Yeah.
Is it cool?
but-
No, but
No,
it's
yeah.
not as bad as you're making it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
there is that degree of truth though that at least makes things hit a certain way in most circumstances. I mean, like we all reacted, you know, like, is this girl okay? Why was she crying 3
Yeah,
days
yeah,
of
that
a
was
week
like-
during Chick-fil-A? Just like
Wait.
it doesn't make it good. Like you
No.
shouldn't cry after Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
but like I see what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
What's up
But
with that
also, is she
manager?
okay? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
is Dave Ellison in QAnon? Like,
Man, fuck.
I
These
actually-
are questions we need to start asking.
Well,
These
Will,
are shitty ideas we need to start putting in people's heads, guys. Come on, like.
Oh God. Oh God.
Will, you got it in with QAnon. Tell me, do you have David Ellefson's phone number?
Oh yeah, Will, help us out.
So I have all the information, but I have really bad like I have all the information, but I can't get to it quickly
Oh,
enough.
yeah, you don't
What's
see-
the name of this person again? Sorry,
Uh,
let me look him up in my files real quick.
Dave Ellefson.
Ellefson.
Ellefson. Yeah.
Who is this?
Here.
Will's just gonna open up Tor browser here on the side.
I
Q
thought,
browser.
what I thought
Q
he was going to
browser.
say
Yeah.
is, I have the information you need, but I can only reveal it to you if I turn my camera on. And then he starts lagging, so we can't really figure out what he's saying.
Oh, see, that's why. Okay, actually, okay, I lied. You know what? I think this is the episode where I'm just lying all the time now.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
No, because then I have to tell the truth.
But wait, give me. Actually, though, okay, I'm gonna say the truth then. I
Yeah.
disconnected my Wi-Fi from my laptop, so I
Oh.
could not lag as I'm talking to you guys. But now I can't look anything up on my laptop because I'm talking to you guys. So,
Wait, how are?
How are we communicating if you
Yeah.
disconnect?
because my laptop.
Oh, you're on your phone.
Yes.
Oh, that's yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
Skype has only been working on my phone because
Because robot voice Will
'cause-
comes back.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
just saw
exactly.
the three of us go into this like, how are you doing this? Like, oh man, Will.
That is pretty good.
Oof. It's a.
This
Yep.
guy beat the
So what
fucking
is
internet.
Craig? I work for Trump, right?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Yeah, you work for Trump.
And then me and Tyler kind of work together, but not really because he's with Fox.
Oh, Fox does not work with
As-
Trump.
Associated.
No, they don't like him, right? I thought that was the whole deal. Is
Well,
they,
they don't like him, but
Yeah.
he's all they have, and they love him for that. I mean, he's
Yeah?
their content, man. Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
okay. Oh, content man. Okay, you mean ratings and viewings. I mean like supporting. They don't really
Well,
support
they
him.
yeah,
right?
dude, they support Trump. They're Fox News.
That's what I was gonna say. I think Fox News is like the most right-winged
Yeah.
news.
But isn't that his whole deal? Is he's like not right wing, like they would prefer right wing or something like that?
Dude,
That is
so at the
Bro,
kinda
but that
true.
see, that's the confusion. That's kind of irrelevant.
Well,
Like they're right wing, and they
Uh-huh.
sometimes support him, sometimes they don't. You know, that's
At-
just.
At the very end of the administration, I forget
Yeah.
what bill it was, but there was
Okay.
something Trump signed in
Okay.
where he only invited Fox News into the room for pressing, or like no,
Okay.
for press.
Yeah.
And even Fox News, like during that interview, claimed at the beginning that they did not know about that, and like Trump just invited them, so he knows they're on his side to some extent.
Interesting.
I mean, even at the end, yeah.
nice. Well, I mean, you of all people would know the most, considering.
You work
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
Fox.
exactly,
We're-
exactly. Hey man, I can't say no to six figures in Manhattan.
God damn!
Fox
Wow.
News.
said it.
Wow.
Wow, I just,
That's my
so-
life.
I just
So
get
now
the
a
dungeon
word
in the
from
White
our
House.
sponsors.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
who
Fox
does
News.
Craig
work for?
First Baptist Church.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Craig, who do you
Mission
work
Side
Hill
sellers.
First Baptist.
Yeah.
for? Craig, do you work for the church?
For which church?
First Baptist.
No.
Craig the clergyman.
So we know where the three of us work. Where do you work?
Yeah. Well, I used to. Let's think. I'm trying to think of something really horrible I can say, but I can't remember right now.
You work for.
What do you call the people who cut up people for organ donations? That's a pretty bad job.
That's.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty cool job. Actually, you'd probably be doing lots of good work.
Define donation.
It's like, all right,
Because,
this
like,
woman.
there are
this woman
definitely
donated-
cutting-
Black market organ sales.
Like-
Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah, there you
see,
go.
I was confused. I was not thinking that lightly. I mean,
Like
There's
this woman
organs,
has died
there's
and
cutting.
she has good eyes that she's donating, and your job is to take a spoon and scoop out those
Yeah.
eyes.
And put them in a jar and label
Yeah.
them good eyes.
Yeah.
Melon baller is a melon baller. You just kind of, kind of real quick like that. Yeah.
but
But,
see, at least you're working with your hands. Like me,
Yeah,
Tyler,
that's-
and Trevor are
yeah.
working for like a corporation.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
see, we're far away. We're alienated from
Yeah.
our work. You, on the
Mhm.
other hand,
I'm
Damn.
practically my own boss. It's
You're
great.
making your dreams happen right there. You're in control
is-
of your destiny.
Dude, this is capitalism at its highest extent. I can just scoop eyeballs out and be happy and wealthy. This is good. I like this.
I'm glad we're all talking about like.
Our jobs.
I'm strongly disagreeing. You guys can't see me, but I'm strongly disagreeing with just this.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad we're all talking about our like favorite jobs that make us so happy. Because you know what
Uh-huh.
made me happy
Was
was this album
of the week.
It's a good album. Bro,
Trevor, are your speakers still on? It is
No.
all good. No? Okay, good. Yeah, no, cool. William, start this one off. Yeah, I want to talk about this shit. This is fun. Let's go.
So the day or like the couple days after I bought my vinyl player, or like after I decided to get one, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go hunt for a fucking cool vinyl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was This was somewhere in Boston. I want to say it was in Austin. It wasn't near like downtown. It wasn't Newbury or any.
Was it in your ear, like in a basement?
In your ear. Yep.
Nice.
That's the place.
I'm pretty sure. Or no, I think this was in the other one, the one that's like on by BU, is it? Well, I don't by
Nuggets.
Nuggets. Yeah, it's also a basement though. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
So I found this, and like I knew who Lee Scratch Perry was, and because I knew he was one of Bob Marley's producers, and there's a lot of like history there, and there's a lot of music that I had heard of before, of this, but I had never seen this record ever. Like I heard his work mainly with Bob Marley and his work with the Congos, just because I'm a fan of the genre, or whatever. But yeah, okay. So I see this and I'm like, you know what? This looks like a pretty good find. Again, the fact that I had never heard of it at that moment was like what intrigued me the most, and so I got it. And after listening to it, I immediately dropped it. And it was okay. So it's a funny story. It's like the first record I bought, and after I hunted for it and like took a long time and was like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. And then I listened to it, like I experienced it. Damn, I want to listen to it again. But drop it. It still works, but it was just a funny experience. It's fucking hilarious. It's hilarious. Anyway.
You hate this album so much you've thrown it on the ground twice. Is that what you're telling me?
Yep.
The rage of Lee Scratch Perry here.
Anyway, so other than that, I don't know what else to say. Like this is one of those records that to me definitely speaks for itself. Okay, so like I was explaining this to someone earlier, but they're younger than all of us here. But like all of that was recorded and edited on tape, right? What else do I need to tell you to blow your mind about this record? If you haven't already listened to this record, listen to it. Know that it was recorded on tape. It was edited on tape. And then, have fun with it one more time. Yeah, I fucking listened to this record a lot. It was funny. Because it was like on vinyl, it's literally divided on two sides, right? And so side 2 starts with Dread Lion. And it was one of those things where I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be hipster and start all my records on the B side. But dude, is that
hipster?
I don't know. I just convinced myself of it. I just told myself that is the thing that I was gonna do, and I did it. And I was like, dude, it fucking works. Look at this fucking song, and yeah. But from the light research to this album specifically, there's it was originally released on another Jesus, I'm missing the words. On another track order. So,
Okay.
Hey, maybe it could have started in another order, and maybe it could have started with Dread Lion. But maybe not. Just, hey, cool things to know. Yeah, it definitely changed the way I listen to music. Because, not the simplicity of it. I a lot of people, when I show them reggae, or when I say, hey, to like any random person, do you like reggae? No, not really. It's too simple. I was like, okay, that's fair. But like, what are you listening to? Soldiers of Jah Army, a fucking California band from like the 2000s and whatnot, or like maybe a little bit. That's not the point, Bro. A really good fucking trip. I'm forgetting which track it's on, but the skanking is like on a recorder flute, and it's ridiculous. Imagine
I think it's
being
Super
on the
8.
studio. Is it Super Ape?
I think so. Could
I
be
don't
wrong.
know. Imagine being. Yeah.
It's when it comes in. I don't know the song, but I know the song.
Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited about this. How did you guys? What did you guys think of it? Tell me about it? Tell me a little history about yourself and this record.
I'll tell you. I'll go first this time, as I don't do that too oftenly. So my experiences with this album are entirely based on William Hangs. It seemed to be a very regular thing that you would kind of have playing at your apartment. I got very used to hearing. I got very used to hearing a lot of reggae in general with you. The one that I always say sounds like a sorcerer wizard vocalist with the. Who am I thinking of, Will, right now?
It could be a lot. Oh,
Like
I'm
Mickey Mouse.
no. Groundation. Is it Groundation?
Yes.
Yes.
There's the vocalist sounds like a sorcerer. It's magical, like an evil wizard, but like not like used to be evil. Spent a lot of time in the woods. Anyways, so like my entire background with reggae is very much entirely to do with William playing it both at his apartments, William playing it at shows that I went to go see, be it him and Alondra's thing, as well as the guys that played the Mystical Date, or not the senior recital that Mystical played on. And then I'm trying to think. I think those were the only two bands I had seen you play live with reggae. I think.
Yeah, I think I think the two main acts that I was like just like playing with around places.
Playing with
I
regularly.
think it was with them.
Yeah.
Mainly,
Yeah, and
yeah.
And I always genuinely enjoyed it. When listening to reggae and like when listening to this album, I'm a selfish individual. When I listen to a band or music, I'm usually listening for the guitar. I'm a guitarist. I like to listen to the guitar. I don't listen to guitar when I'm listening to reggae because there's not a whole lot going on that excites me. But I enjoy. It's a lot of that. But the mood and the atmosphere, and then the bass lines and the drums. I enjoy that. You know what I mean? So I don't listen for the guitar in that matters. But yeah, listening back to this, I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't think there's a single song off of this album. Just again, like I'm doing my album listens through. I couldn't tell you a single song individually off of this. It's all reggae. You know what I mean? It's all very good. But I couldn't individually tell you which song was which without having it looked at the tracks as they gone by. But I can definitely say they were all effective. They were all really good, and I enjoyed this a lot. Gotta be listening back to this as I get heavy Boston vibes whenever I hear this. So that's always a good time. But yeah.
Craig, I think you're one of the only people on Earth who is going to get heavy Boston vibes.
I know. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
No, but
I
I'm
was like, wait a
glad.
minute.
Whatever, it works.
Absolutely.
I listened to this album while I was waiting to get my second COVID shot.
Nice.
That's while I was the first listen. And I like this album a lot because it doesn't sound like every other reggae album. Not that every reggae album sounds the same, but I feel like a lot of the popular reggae kind of gets to stem off of like when I was at work, we would listen to like reggae radio stations, and I felt like a lot of the big stuff was kind of similar. But I like this in the terms of one, the production. The production is really, really good. I actually feel like when I'm listening to it, it's like I can hear the like atmosphere of it. And then the writing is beautiful. It's just like gorgeous. Like the way they like track to track, like some tracks are a little bit more minor than some of the other ones, and they'll like my favorite is Super 8 because it comes in and it's like real kind of heavy, you know, and they have that one flute that's just do 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 do, like
yeah.
oh, it's so like tribal in a way, and like the whole album is just beautiful. The drummer is amazing. Oh my god. And the vocalists are amazing. It's such a beautiful thing. Kind of like Greg was saying when it comes to when he listens to reggae, he doesn't really listen for guitar. I don't really either. And genre to genre, I listen to different things. I feel like some things impress me more than others in certain genres, and some things don't. And the biggest thing about this is the year. This is so like 76. This shit sounds awesome for 76. Like especially for a reggae album. Like it doesn't sound like everything else from 76. This sounds like its own original thing. And I love the album cover. I think that's
right.
10 out of 10.
I love
10 out
it.
of 10.
It's one of my favorite album
Mango.
covers.
In fact,
Immediately.
I love it so much that I went ahead and I ordered the vinyl
Nice.
because I want to hang it on my wall. And if I may even order Return of Super 8.
You fucking idiot.
Because that is also, and I listened to that album, and that album is also, this band is great, the Upsetters.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's just amazing.
But okay, so sorry.
I was just gonna say, I think my favorite track was between Super Ape and like Dread Lion. Those two were just,
Alright. Again, so I mean, the first thing, I think there is another, like an alternate album cover, because again, I don't have my, I'm not connected to the internet right now, so this is the old Wikipedia page that I was able to pull up just before this, because, you know, I'm responsible. So there was a Jamaican version that was released, I believe, yeah, just a couple months before this, the international version was, and it's kind of, how do I explain it? It's darker than this one, but it's almost less immediately related. Like the font almost looks like a fucking old like super 80s futuristic movie, but like dystopic kind
you
of.
sure you're not looking at Return of Super 8?
No. I'm looking at an alternate cover, the Jamaican album cover. And
It looks a little bit like Jungle Book from Hellish with the
Yeah.
lion on the front.
It's like,
yeah, I see it.
It still looks, you know, like, I guess you're in a jungle, but it looks darker somehow, and the font just reminds me of like some type of like 80s movie, but you're in like a bad future, like Escape from New York or something like that. The font of it looks like that. It's kind of funny.
I also see like on that cover, it kind of hits me in that same way as like a 1950s blockbuster, like circusy kind of thing, like in
Yeah.
a dark, twisted kind of cool way.
But anyway, so yeah, which version did you order, Trevor?
I think this one, the or the original, the one with like he's holding the joint and the tree.
Yeah. Okay.
That's so awesome.
No, it's fucking
Like
great.
it's so awesome.
If it must be from the same pressing that I bought it from, because that one or the latest one was released in 2013, I think. So it probably would be the same one. It might have a fucking poster on it too.
That would be badass.
And, yeah.
I like reggae a lot.
Bro, okay, so there were a couple things that that you said that I wanted to like react to. Like the atmosphere and okay.
Will reacts to.
Right.
Sorry.
Will reacts to the
Fuck
rest
you,
of
Will.
the
We
band.
don't react.
Yeah.
Reactions to his album.
Oh no. We've become a React channel.
Oh, okay. I got it now. We hate the reaction videos. I get it. See now. Okay.
Remember, your garden is full.
It's
Bro.
so full.
I'm just taking care
Our
of my garden
garden.
so well that I'm just like forgetting about everything else.
How do you take care of your garden, boys? Manscaped, baby.
That's right. Manscaped all day.
A
Do you
word.
need a
Oil your
lawnmower
soil.
for your garden? And yeah, just buy
Ay,
Manscaped.
puñeta.
We need
Go
some,
on, react, Will. Just fucking give the people what they want. Just react to that shit. Go on.
So how good it sounds for the year. Okay, so there's a bunch of how do I underscore this or highlight this? There's a bunch of reggae. There's a bunch of reggae from like specifically like the mid 70s to the 80s. Okay, so the sounds that happened then were really interesting. In the 80s, I think some of them were digitized and they were not only made explicitly on tape. Like they had you know, the 8 tracks or whatever, or gear that I don't know because
yes.
I'm
I
not a nerd. Nah.
Yo, okay. I'm a fucking nerd, and I want to talk about how
He's
this
a
thing
master.
is
Okay,
made.
take it away. Take it away.
He is a master at T Novak.
At T Novak Music, master of music. So anyway, I thought this was fucking cool. I love this record, and in terms of how it was made, when I listened to this, I mean, I did just enough research into dub, and like I was aware of the, you know, just how it was made in Lee Scratch Perry before this. Like, Will, you and I talked about this in the van, you know, a year and a half, 2 years ago. But yeah, like the way, like you guys were talking about the ambience of it and the space and all that, the way this was made was like completely, I hate to say it, like EDM. I mean, this was like proto-electronic music. It was the same idea. And if you listen to this with its contemporaries in, like, you know, Europe, like krautrock, a lot of this does not strike me particularly differently than Kraftwerk or Noi or a lot of that stuff. Because a lot of this is just, it's layered, looped, single tracks of tape. And a lot of this, you can tell, each instrument is on its own reel because of the way they're layered in. I mean, like, Trevor, you mentioned that, like, the composition of it. I do not know harmony by ear because I fucking suck. But,
Well, Trevor does.
Exactly. So, I don't know how major or I mean, I can tell you how major it is. But there were moments in this where, like, you could tell one reel was going from, like, a few bars earlier, and another reel was just totally on a different part. Like, the drums would keep going, the bass would keep going, but, like, wait a minute, that guitar isn't just... That is not the same chord. That's just a different part entirely. But they're in rhythm, they're in sync, and it only happened for, like, a bar. And then right back to, like, how it's supposed to be. Which I think that was probably intentional, but it was fucking cool. I mean, I thought this was fun. And then as a bass player, I mean, you know, reggae is one of those genres where, as a bassist, there's a lot going on. Like, the main melody, with the exception of the little vocal bits, it's in the bass a lot of the time. I mean, Will, you might have a different perspective as a percussionist. I don't know.
No. The melody's definitely on the bass.
I mean, and that is like, you know, in particular, croaking lizard. So, like, I have a routine now. For the album of the weeks, you know, Toronto's still shut down, so I go on these, like, 2 or 3 hour walks just, like, all over the fucking place, and I listen to our albums.
That's dope.
So, yeah, man, so I listened to this on a couple of those, and every single time, croaking lizard, kind of, like, snuck up because of that, like, the bass, just that boom, 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 boom. And I just, for the last week... Yeah, and then that little, like, "Stone and Devil," whatever the fuck that vocal is. And it was just so, like, it's the catchiest damn thing. No, I mean, I thought this was very cool. Craig, I'm with you in terms of most of these songs blended together into, like, a consistent soundscape.
Yes.
Which is good. I'm not saying that in a bad way.
Yeah.
They're just less, like, you know, a lot of the stuff is less defined. It's not structured like a pop song because it wasn't. It's dub, and that's how it's supposed to be.
No,
It's the vibe of it. It's sick.
It's definitely not singer-songwriter type thing.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just one sound, and here we go. You know, but
John
like-
Mayer covers The Upsetters.
When one
would
of you
probably
guys
sound
mentioned the
bad.
flute, I think it would sound good because
I feel
John
like it
Mayer
would
with
sound
the
good
Dead
too.
sounds
pretty
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be pretty good, and I think he'd bring some fun people on it.
Guys, do you know John Mayer went to the B word? Like,
You know there was one time in the 5-week program in 2012 where I was in the elevator in 150 and there was this girl there who was just like from the UK just I can't believe it, John Mayer was in this elevator. She, go fuck yourself.
yeah, yeah.
What?
Whoa, wait,
Yeah.
the accent, that's what makes it worse. so
Did you actually
astounded
tell her
by
to go
that little
fuck
fact.
herself? Because you should have.
Hmm?
Did you tell her to go fuck herself? Because you should have.
Yeah.
That is the most.
I should have been ballsier at 17 in the 5-week program.
Absolutely, I would have been like, what did you just say in my presence? Like,
I'm gonna be a master of music one day.
yeah, I am a master.
You didn't know shit.
And still not know what chords are.
Nah, you didn't know shit then. You don't know shit now. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, he knows not
Hey,
to obsess over the elevator John Mayer walked in. Maybe.
You know what I would have said?
What?
Huh. Those eyes look pretty donatable. You
Dang.
Can I see your license to see if you're
That
a
was
donor?
You know what? That was 10 out of 10 for the rhythm, Craig. That was really good rhythm. I applaud
you.
for that one.
Good
Thank
rhythm.
you.
You could drum. You know, you're the new drummer.
thank you.
better than Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live, my guy.
Oh my God! Can we? Okay, really fast. I wanna talk about that a little bit. To be
Okay,
fair,
let's do it.
but I really
have not seen
really
it, but
fast.
let's talk about it.
Okay, cool. But I really fast want to circle back just to Super Ape, just to something that like I've said to Will in the past. So I'm one of those like weird people that have different like taste and smell reactions to music. Like when I hear like salsa music, I smell cilantro. It doesn't need to be in the room. It's just there. And like it's so funny with this record. When I had played it every time, and I listened 3 times, I smelled incense and I tasted coconuts every
That is
time.
so accurate.
Yeah,
Again,
right.
I want to applaud you a little, dude. It's so. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Put on the bullet shirt.
yeah, dude.
Okay. Wait. Okay. So, Croaking Lizard.
Yeah,
So fucking good.
A lot of people didn't like Lee Scratch Perry. A lot of people.
Oh, yeah, I
would
wanted to bring that up.
A lot of people would say that he stole
they
a lot
did
of
like-
their music.
Oh.
Croaking Lizard, that take is at least the bass. You know, the editing on Croaking Lizard is this record, but that take, literally that take, is another song. Is Bullet. I Chase the Devil. I Chase the Devil by the Congos. So you go to the Congos, the band, not the anyway.
We
I
understand.
forget which album it's on though. That's what I was trying to remember. Anyway,
That song sounded so familiar to me, but I know I haven't heard this record.
uh-huh.
That makes a lot of sense. If that's a popular reggae song,
Yes,
maybe
100%.
okay.
Yes,
Okay, that's cool. Wow.
and it's the same take. But that's the thing. Like, dude, did you steal my music? No, because I produced your track. I just took the band out of it and then put a bunch, And he's like, he's a magician. He's a magician. Magic hands.
No,
Magic.
dude, I was donating your bass. That's it. Think about it.
No, but I don't know. He's the
Yeah.
one that recorded it. Like, to a certain extent, it's also his song. And so now we're talking about everything you need to know about the music business at the B word. You know?
It's all shit.
You can't copyright chords.
Yeah.
You can't copyright.
Thanks, Adam Neely.
So, okay, so that's the thing. Oh, reggae is such a simple fucking genre that it's just chords. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. If I produce your track and it's 76 and we're making this for the first time ever,
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, but I can do that. too. I don't know.
I mean, the whole, like, the concept of this basically was the precursor to, like, sampling. I
Yeah.
mean, sample-based music as a whole. Like, anything that was derived from, like, the MPC that led into, like, which is a hardware sampler, that led into a lot of hip-hop stuff, which, you know, as you guys know, I'm so into it. Everything with the hippity-hops. This is a precursor to all that. It really is,
Bro,
which is cool as
so-
shit.
Enlighten me. I need a gearhead in my life. So the MPC, you can sample music with it, right? And then like, so how does it work? Somebody explain it to me.
So it's a hardware digital sequencer, which means, you know, it sort of worked off basically a hard drive. But yeah, you could take, to my knowledge, like, just audio, you know, because audio is not subjective. It doesn't care what it is. It just takes audio, whether that's a song, a sample, or whatever. And it acted as a DAW to the DAW-less generation, where they could take that sample, line it up, and get everything to, like, I mean, make beats. That's kind of what it led to. It led to 4, 8, 16 bar beats and stuff. Trevor, did you just find a lot of keef?
Nice.
No. Continue, Professor Novak.
Am I just not wrong? Is that what's so exciting?
I'm intrigued by your lecture.
Oh, well,
And
That's
maybe
most of what I
there's
know.
some keef.
I mean, if you want to listen to an example, Jay Dilla, that sound and those pads, the pads are a key thing. Yeah, I don't know. That's the extent of my knowledge. That's the end.
Okay, yeah, and that was specifically MPC. Got it, dude.
Yes,
Got
it's
it.
a sampler,
Got
a hardware sampler.
Thank you, dude. You.
Now, how much of this album would you say is like that?
Absolutely none, because this is all done on tape.
Yeah.
So this is before.
And the
This
MPC
is, you know.
Yeah, 10 years before.
But I mean,
15
in
years
terms
before.
of like, how much of this album was like, like obviously was the bass and drums recorded for this album?
Like, none of this was recorded for the album, right, Will?
I don't know. I think some of them were, because I mean, there's a lot of, I mean, this is a lot of really specific history, you know. For example, Lee Scratch Perry had his record label, quote unquote. It's just like his house and his studio where he records, and you know he has different bands over to record, right? There would be a lot of things that they recorded that never got used for that song that artist wanted to work on or whatever. So maybe these are just like unused tracks that he put together, and then a combination of that plus, hey, we just thought of something cool, let's play it.
Okay.
And then they played it, and then he's like, oh wait, let's add this other shit that I have recorded somewhere, you know.
So-
But it was a studio project.
So-
like, none of this was, like, performed live like that.
So
per
when
se.
this album says it's by the Upsetters,
They were the house band, basically.
okay,
Yes.
that was kind of my big thing.
Yes.
Okay.
The Upsetters are a house band to Lee Scratch Perry's, you know, thing.
Projects.
Yeah. Yes.
That's so wild.
But that doesn't exclude the fact that he also produced, you know, music for bands like Bob Marley and the Wailers, like the Congos, you know.
It's kind of like,
Uh-huh.
I guess it's kind of like how Kanye will produce for other people and then make his own music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like Kanye.
But it's like a modern representation of it, only with a lot less computer, a lot more
Only
tape.
only Kanye ain't shit next to fucking Lee Scratch Perry.
Of course.
Well, if you guys want okay, at least to me, a slightly better example, it would be like Motown Records. You know, like, they had the house band that was Motown,
Hey.
and all the vocalists and all the songwriters pretty much just showed up and, hey, here, Motown band, that included the great James Jamerson, play this music. So that's why, like, that band has the credits to the Supremes, the Four Tops, the Aretha Franklin. Oh my god, I can't think of more than 3 freaking. This is bad. I took a course on Motown. Anyway,
Aren't you supposed to be a master?
I'm so full of shit. So
This
full
is
of
why
shit.
We
I
all
was a double bachelor instead of a master.
Guys, I'll tell you why Kanye's not doing so hot. It's because he's too busy running the country right now. All
And
right.
getting divorced.
We all know
Could you
that
please
Joe
refer to him
Biden
as
didn't
Mr.
win
President?
this. All right, that's President West. All right, President West is very busy right now.
Bro, I feel
Alright.
like if this would be a Scooby-Doo like episode, this would make total sense. Like, it's just
Yeah, the kids
Kanye
watching
in a
this would be
suit,
like,
and
"Oh,
they
yeah."
take his mask off, and it's Kanye.
Let's see who Kanye
That's why I'm so
really
full of
is.
life.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's Kanye.
And he would have gone away with it if it hadn't been for those meddling kids.
And then Kanye is like, yeah, right, I'm better than that. I figured out that it was me. And I wouldn't have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for me. Damn me. You know that's what he's thinking.
Yep.
I knew it was me the whole time.
I knew it was me. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed. You know, I've already liked this album, but after hearing what you were telling me today, I think this album's fucking
Right.
very well made.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that he wouldn't have like branded himself better on the album cover, or at least the one that I'm seeing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh. I mean, yeah.
Because-
Nowhere on it does it.
Again, I think this is one of those things that, you know, maybe they talk about or they kind of touch on, but
Yeah.
it's always like on the surface.
Yeah.
Like when we were at the B Word and they talk about like music history or like it's modern music history, but we're talking about like record labels and then what that means for, I don't know, like the separation of the artist as in like the literal musician that's being recorded, and
Okay.
like the project. For example, the Gorillas. You know, the Gorillas.
Are-
What is it, Craig?
I was just gonna say, are you gonna tell me the Upsetters are reggae Nine Inch Nails? Like, is that pretty
that's
much
also,
where we're going?
Yes, yes. Yes. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting to think about. I think
Yeah, very.
because again,
I mean,
like
guys-
you said, he's not branding himself on this.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned
not at
this,
all.
and I'm like, oh yeah, that's by this such and such person. And like, oh, Super Ape, or which one? And the Upsetters, Super Ape. Oh yes, but da da da.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean, let's not forget that we just listened to Death Clock.
Mm.
And, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
not credited to the musicians. You
That's a
have
good
to
point.
dig, you know,
Yeah.
it's by that cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really good point.
And that's why in that way they're similar. And that's why I think
Uh-huh.
that this record is a prog record.
Oh, here we go. Tyler's getting angry.
I
Let's
mean,
go.
I already said it was an EDM record, but a prog
I mean, yeah, that's a
record?
good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Bro, we are touching on some genre. Let's talk about it. Is this album a prog album or an EDM album? It's
If you
obviously
say
not a
prog, you're
reggae.
wrong.
It's not a reggae album.
It's
so
clearly not a
Okay,
reggae
okay.
album.
Between
Is it a
EDM
prog
and
album?
prog.
Well, it's a dub album,
Between-
not a reggae album.
Okay. Between dub. Okay, excluding dub, and then between EDM and prog.
Krautrock?
I find
is
it
it
proggy.
krautrock?
What?
I find this krautrock EDM, like, it's very much that.
All right, so
Yeah.
Tyler's vote is for krautrock EDM, and Will's vote is for progressive.
No one on earth would
No.
compare this to any progressive rock band ever.
I didn't say
except
progressive
for that-
rock.
Well,
I said
okay.
progressive.
I get it, but like there's that one song on the on Nocturnicat, that Mars Volta record, with a little bit of a reggae upbeat, but aside from that, there's no.
You know what?
Are you identifying this as reggae then, Tyler? Or are you identifying it as krautrock EDM? Because krautrock EDM sounds like a progressive genre to me.
Well, let's go. Let's
Tyler,
touch
react
on
to what he
reggae.
just said. React to it. Hurry.
Wrong. Wrong. Simply put. But no.
Okay.
Oh,
okay,
I've
hear
gotten
me
myself
out,
in a
hear me
pickle.
out, Hear me out.
Yes.
Listen to me. Silence. Yep, that's a good
Yep.
that's a good punchline. You know what? That's the end of the episode. Bye.
That's all, folks.
So, why is prog called prog? And like, why that word, progressive?
Well,
Yeah, no,
Because
and
it's
I mean
short
this
for progressive.
in a almost in a like imagining that I'm not a musician, you know, like why is this like when I talk to somebody and I tell them, oh, do you listen to prog rock? And they're like, no, what the fuck is that? Oh, progressive rock.
Yeah.
And they're like, progressive?
Yeah.
And they're thinking progressive maybe as, I guess as you would like politically, you know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
is part of the word progressive, you know what I mean?
You know,
Oh,
as
yeah.
my 15-year listening span of the genre known as progressive rock,
Uh-huh.
this is
Yeah.
the first time that I've ever thought about saying to someone I listen to progressive rock, and in their minds they think of it as like
Really?
politically progressive.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
I've never thought
Same.
about that before.
like Rage Against the Machine.
I bet a lot of people have taken what I said in the wrong way.
No, well then yeah. Yeah, because I mean,
Never thought about that.
so
Look at-
in that sense, if
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking, okay, I'm not a musician, what does the word progressive mean?
I think-
I compare it to a prog record because it changed the sound, or like, for example, when there were reggae bands before this, they
Mhm.
sounded very archaic, very okay. Imagine literally just a bare bones skanking or whatever on the guitar, and then it's also on top of that badly recorded, or it's like really old ska. You ever listen to really old ska music? It's
Like Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, or older than that?
older than that, you know, or
Yeah.
I say it's progressive
Will-
because it changed the sound and it gave us now EDM. I think we would not
Well,
have EDM
there's-
if we didn't have this.
There's a problem here, in that I think we're confusing terms.
Uh-huh.
This is right now we're confusing, like it's like we're talking about comparing neoliberalism with liberalism back into the political science sphere. Neoliberalism is, you know, what the left thinks is the scorch of the earth, that, you know, the
Yeah,
that capitalism is destroying everyone. Liberalism is the absolute antithesis of that. It is the group of people in a modern new society who attest those values. I mean, dude, there's a difference between the context of progressive rock and what I would use as criteria to describe that music, and progressive in a broad sense, meaning leading to something else. I mean, in terms of that, like, the reason I think this album has survived the way it has is because it has led to other things. I mean, like, you can trace a route back from a lot of different artists and genres to this record. But, like, in terms of progressive rock, if I was describing it to someone that didn't listen to music, the way we do, I would go towards non-contemporary or non-standard instrumentation, maybe like non-standard structure, like lots of parts. I wouldn't so much say like that it would, again, neoliberalism versus liberalism. Different things.
Okay, yes. This is the point where I admit, yes, I'm just poking fun at the word progressive and just like going with it and completely
But
ignoring.
Rightfully so. What a
you know what?
stupid term. What a stupid term.
But you know what? I think, Will, you might be onto something, though, in the sense that this album does have progressive tendencies. It's a lot different than most reggae albums,
It's dub.
which is
It's
progressive
almost like
for
it
reggae.
has its own genre that's been used in the past to
Wait,
describe
is it-
exactly what it is.
But isn't there some word for a genre within a genre, like a subgenre?
Like a
That's a
subgenre?
convenient term.
That's really weird. I don't know how I feel about
But
that.
I see the idea though.
But
Like
is
the
there,
concept.
is there like a subgenre within prog? Then, how about
Absolutely not,
Many.
bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like there needs to be more, to be honest. Like, because the shit that's being called prog right
Faux
now, I sure
prog
as shit ain't calling it
And
prog.
real prog.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I
you
agree.
know?
I'm actually absolutely with Craig, and that's actually one of the things that established me and Craig's friendship is our agreement on what is progressive and what people call progressive, but is absolutely not.
yeah.
Which is also why we love Tyler and why we love Will, because we all seem to understand a good idea of a. Some people, there's people out there that think that genre naming doesn't matter, and I'm like, well, you could technically identify any kind of music in its genre, or subgenre. Like you can categorize just about anything. And so as I started learning that and learned about a little more subgenres, I learned that it's true. Like this album can be categorized. Like you said, it could be a dub reggae album. It's what it is. But
Imagine going to a show that you're told it's a metal show, and then it actually being a black metal band. Like how disappointed you would be if we didn't have genre terms. Like, oh god.
yeah, bro, you like Metallica? I'm going to a metal show. Mayhem.
Yeah. Oh god.
Like, you know-
Watain, 1349. Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
I'm going
I
to a
don't-
rap concert.
that
Like,
sounds
you
like
like
a
rap? Let's go. We're
hilarious
gonna go
time.
see.
that
That's-
sounds like a hilarious skit.
That's
Dude,
the worst time.
It's like going and you meet like a
Reaction
straight up.
videos of people being disappointed when they get to the front door.
You know what would be
of the venue.
great?
Oh,
Of a black
gross.
metal show.
I have the perfect reaction video. You go out, you meet like a '90s thug, like straight out of Compton, and you go,
Ooh,
"Yo, I got
okay.
a good show for us to go to, bro." And you take him
Yeah.
to see like G-Eazy. He'd be like, "What the
Oof.
fuck?"
Another good
He'd
point.
be like, "It's a rap album. It's a rap
Yeah.
show."
And then he shoots you.
No,
Yeah.
he punches like everybody, and then he gets on stage. He beats G-Eazy.
He's like, "Oh."
Well, okay, I want to say though, have you guys listened to some 80s rap that is it's borderline hilarious compared to stuff nowadays, and that was really hard for the era.
Oh yeah. Do you know?
It's just amazing.
Here's a good song for you. The "It Takes Two" by DJ Rock or MC Rock, bro. It's a pretty popular song, but it's from late '80s. And it's literally on the cusp of MCs becoming rappers.
Mhm.
And in the song, he straight up says I don't smoke Buddha and can't stand sex. What kind of rapper says either of those terms?
A Mormon one.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't ever say that word on this podcast again.
Saving himself for Jesus, damn it. All right, leave him alone.
We're all Mormon here.
Hey,
Yeah.
what did I just say? That M word, bro. Gets me
Wow.
every time.
Wow.
But no, you know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah,
interesting the
yeah.
way genres define out themselves. And but I
That's
agree that there
important.
is so much faux prog.
Yeah.
It tickles
Yeah.
my ivories.
Yeah.
That being said, I do think that this was very deliberate. And by this I mean this record released Scratch Perry when he was the artist and ironically not branding himself at all, which there's a couple he still does that, I think.
Oh, is he alive?
Oh no,
He is fucking hilarious
Yes, Lee
nowadays.
Scratch Perry is
Yeah.
well and alive, and
Okay,
he's,
cool.
He's fucking nutty. He's nutty,
yes,
man.
Yeah.
yes.
2021, he's nutty.
He's
Well, he's
old,
gotta be
and
70,
he dyes his,
yeah.
and he dyes his beard different colors and his hair as well, and
Nice.
he's definitely like a wizard type character.
Hell yeah.
Listen to an interview. It's amazing.
Did you guys ever come over to my apartment when I lived
No.
with Barisha? And I had that doorman that would
Yeah.
have the crazy beard and the crazy hairdo.
That no.
Yeah,
What?
his beard was shaved like a spider web, and his hair, he'd be looking like Frankenstein sometimes. But he was the most musically educated doorman
Nice.
Me and Persia would spend like up to an hour just down, like walking in from class and just talking to him about, and he'd be listening to music. He'd show us stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, but you would never like talk to him because he looked kind of really weird. But man, we were like really good friends with him. I'll talk to anybody. But
You will. You actually will.
yeah.
Bob Wire, fucking.
Oh yeah.
Bob,
What a
yeah.
what a fucking guy, dude. Bob Wire.
Nobody else in the whole world could have a conversation with Bob Wire but
Who
you.
is Bob
I had no
Wire?
idea what he's saying. Well, before we talk about Bob Wire,
Am I
is,
the only
is he
one who
alive?
doesn't-
Do you guys think he's alive?
No. Oh no, he's dead.
You think so?
Is he
Well,
a
hold on.
prof? Who is this guy?
All
Do
right.
we fill Tyler in or do we just keep talking?
We
I
fill
don't know what to
Tyler
do
in
right
because the fans have to know.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
four
okay.
of them. And my
Well,
mom.
fuck them too. All right, this is for us. All right. So
We were in
little
South Dakota?
backtrack. Yeah, South Dakota, Barricade tour. We show up there, and there's a wild guy, and his name is Bob Wire. He'd been shot like 20 times and died like 6 times. And well, what else is the story with him? I
He
can't
had
even
cancer,
remember.
I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was
he
he
a
looked
veteran?
like.
Was he a veteran? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
No. Yeah.
I don't think so. But I remember him looking like Axl fucking Rose mixed with like Brett Michaels, but like 60
Oh my
with
God.
cancer.
Yeah.
Like
God.
he had the hair and it was obviously a wig, and just like his face was like down to here, like, and just how much sagginess was to it, and the way he would talk. He'd be like, and I was like, yeah, that's awesome. And then what I found out he was trying
Dad?
to say to me was, do you want to smoke weed? And I was like, yeah, of course. So me and Chris Wong go out.
Trevor's learned that in every language. Every language he's learned that. So yeah.
Yeah, what a fucking guy. I remember him trying to like, dude, he was talking to us up until the moment we shut the van door and drove off. Like, that is not an emphasis. He was standing there, and Nick was just like, okay, bye.
Oh my
God.
God.
Sounds like a gentle soul, though.
No.
No,
Oh no. Okay.
not a gentle soul. Like,
I mean, but he was
this
cooler
man.
than. There, we had other people that literally tried to go with us.
Yeah. That's a
Like
good
he was
point.
talking to us. It's not like he.
What?
He just really wanted a friend, you know.
Okay,
and he
okay,
wanted
let me
us to-
redefine. You need to redefine what you said. He was trying to talk to us. He
Yes, I put
This
it like
man
that. Yes, I put it like
is
that.
so many drugs, so much messed up that he just
Yeah.
could not. I'm so glad he was there. Like, he really made the show fun. What a good guy. I'm sorry he's probably dead. But yeah, I remember him saying like, I'll come here every day, but he didn't sound like that. But I think that's what he was saying, and I was like, you come to this bar every day? Damn.
Yeah.
But I remember
Yeah.
smoking with him when Veracay was playing, and Chris Wong takes off his guitar, turns off his amp, walks straight up to me and goes, "Is it any good? Am I gonna die?" And I was like, "Nah, go smoke with him." And he went out with Bob Wire too. Great time.
Oh
Great
God.
time. He was interesting man. Probably the most interesting of that tour.
Honest.
Nah. No.
No.
I would absolutely put the neo-Nazis in fucking Texas above him in
Oh, but
terms
we
of
didn't- we
interesting.
didn't-
You
Meet
guys told me
them.
about that nutty shit.
We
Yeah.
didn't like meet them. Like,
I mean,
Like-
their presence alone was pretty
Yo,
known.
true.
Could y'all give the audience here, is one of you, a brief description of that event? Those two. It was 2
L-
nights, right?
No,
It was
one.
just one night. It was just one night.
El Paso.
Yeah, just
Okay.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was like in one city, and then they said like if you go to this city, like
No.
No?
Them?
No.
No.
Re-
We didn't speak to them.
We didn't speak to
You
them.
No.
them.
We hung out with
Well,
the owner who
yeah.
owned a Soviet bar.
I did briefly.
What
I
did you
the
say?
guy.
Why?
it was one of those things where we were doing the loadout, and like I had like stuff in my hands, like as I'm like moving ass to get the fuck out of there, like as soon as possible, and the guy like he got right in front of me, right, big patch and everything, and he's like, "Hey, you guys sounded great up there," and I'm like, "Thanks," like. And that was when I was like, all right, guys.
Was it them or was it the owner that was like, because we were like, we're playing a black metal song. And they were like, why isn't it white metal?
Why isn't it white metal?
That was the owner said that.
That was the owner?
Yes.
Now, I have a lot of respect for the owner because he pulled us aside and he like was going to make us a pizza. He did make us a pizza.
He did.
On the house. He invited us to his Soviet bar.
Yes.
Which he also owned. So he was
Yeah.
very nice guy.
No, great. And I just spilled water all over.
But also in the audience were 2-3 guys at a table with just denim patch and swastikas.
Yeah.
That guy was huge. That blonde-haired guy.
Yeah.
He was fucking big.
That's the one that stopped me. Or no. His other, the also huge but slightly smaller guy.
That guy was probably 6'4".
Yeah,
He was a tall guy.
Yeah.
Bigger than Big Chris.
Never felt smaller in my whole life. It was very weird.
And then we played the best city, San Angelo.
Oh yeah, I remember my time there.
Yeah.
San Angelo's good. What a great city. What a great time.
Was Michael still the sound engineer when you guys were there the second time?
No.
Oh no.
Different guy. Very nice.
Yeah,
He actually had friends come out to the show to see us.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah.
I'm trying
Man, Texas is just a wild card,
Yep.
man. Like everything about it is just so. It's, I don't know.
It's wild, bro. It's the Wild West somehow.
Yeah.
They try to keep it in Texas. I'm like, we're not even west. What are you talking about? People like to. It's the one thing me and my mom will talk about, and I don't know so much about the rest of Texas, but at least like in the Houston area, it's everybody's got to be like everyone's got to be better than everyone, or everyone's got to look better than everyone.
Okay.
Like I always felt like in Boston, if I'm talking to someone, like they always talk about Southern hospitality. What Southern hospitality is someone lying to your face. Like think about that.
Explain. I don't get it. What do
Like
you mean?
I'm really nice to you, and the moment you turn around, I go, yeah, what a fucking dipshit.
Oh,
Like,
really?
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like there's
But bless your heart, you fucking dipshit.
that's what I mean. Like there's all those people. Oh, bless you. But like it. Like they just do selfish things. They act like just assholes, and they'll talk behind your back. And they talk about this whole thing of like the Southern hospitality. Everyone's so nice. It's like, but all they do is gossip and talk shit about people all day.
Yeah.
Because they just can't be themselves all day. They can't be who they like. Being yourself doesn't mean you have to be mean or not. You can still be nice, but you don't have to put up a facade of like, I am your maid. How may I help you? Like, it's like, Jesus, like,
Yeah.
I want
we
you
are
to
equals
cuss-
in this conversation.
like I want
Please,
you to
let's
cuss me out right
talk.
now, like just to even things out. Like,
Hey, fuckhead.
yeah.
How's your day?
Yeah, great. Thank you for identifying me as what I am.
Yeah.
Like,
Trevor. Sorry?
continue.
Dude, I was just going to ask you, in Texas, have you ever had anyone respond to the question, how are you, with, I am blessed, how are you?
Every day.
Really?
That is something I remember fondly. That's a
All the
trip.
time.
What?
I'll say bye to
Oh,
people.
that's an Alabama thing.
I'll
Yep.
be like, take it easy, and they'll be like, have a blessed day. I'm like, did you do what?
Yep. Well, dude,
I want to
even
have a
beyond
good
that,
day.
yeah, straight up, just like, how are you? I'm very blessed. How are you? Just like, is that a mood? Okay.
There's a lot of things I
could
can't
be,
stand.
But wait.
Yeah.
Again. I was about to.
I hate
agree,
the like.
but then-
I'll be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And they're like, "Oh, well, I guess we'll find out. How are you?" Just get out. Turn around. I don't even want
That's
to deal with
funny.
it.
Come on. That's
No, I
Oh,
hate
it's hilarious.
I hate this.
It's
yeah.
very cute. It's very
Yeah.
cute.
It's so bad. Oh. People.
I mean, Trevor, I definitely like that resonates with me though, because I noticed that moving to Boston from Atlanta, because like the interactions, even at the the paint store I work at, in Boston, if you have an interaction with someone, like an earnest conversation, to some degree, it is more than likely that both of those individuals wanted to have that conversation. There was a mutual conversation going. A lot of the time when I worked down in the South in my hometown, there would be a whole lot of, like just kissing ass, just like expectation, just whatever. Soon as those people walked out the door, fucking jackass, fuck that guy, blah, blah, which, we still do that, but like, it was more expected in Southern culture everywhere. If you're younger than someone, it's expected you have to kiss their ass because they've lived on God's green earth longer than you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I remember in Boston, it was very just straight to the point. Someone comes in, I'm like, hey, what's up? They're like, hey, I just need a bottom bracket. I'm like, oh, cool, But here it's very much everybody expects you to go through the routine. Hey, how was your day? Oh, I'm doing great. How's yours? Oh, it's doing swell. But what brings you by today? Well, it's so nice out that I just... Then they have to tell your whole life story. Well, I was born in the 40s, and then one day I decided to ride a bike when I was 7. And then after that, I decided I really liked it. And then I kind of got out of it in my 20s. But then I got married, and I was like, maybe I should get back into it because I need to lose the baby weight. And then I was like, oh, yeah, by the way, I had a baby, maybe 4. And then I was like, oh, I need to get this weight off. So I started riding bikes again for like 2 more years. And now I'm 70, and all this life has passed on. And basically, I just need a tube because I have a flat tire. And I'm like, what the fuck? Get out. Like...
Yeah. Leave now.
Oh man!
Oh,
and in Boston,
shit.
someone walks in, they're like, "I need tires." I'm like, "Yeah, they're on the wall." I'm like, "Perfect, beautiful."
I mean, dude, imagine comparatively how my experience is when these fucking people walk in, just like, "Hey, what color?
paint's got to be different.
Bedroom?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just like, what? I'm sorry. What color do you want to paint your room? Gray. It's like, okay, there's 700 grays. Go pick one. Well, don't you know the best color? Who the fuck do you think I am? Fucking not Martha Stewart. Name a designer for me. It's just like, what? This is every other day of my life.
That's fucking...
Yeah, I need a yellow. What shade of yellow is the best?
Yeah, the best yellow. Oh, yo, and also we're
I
getting
might
rid of
paint
a bunch
my
of...
room, but I think I might keep it to just the cabinet. But what yellow do you think would look better as just a room or just a cabinet?
Well, yeah, okay. So one time I had someone who was going to like Mass Art or something walk into my store in Boston and ask me if there was any paint they could put in their mouth. It's just like, what? It's like, yeah, it's for a film thing. Like I want a bunch of like yellow stuff. I was like, dude, don't put this yellow cabinet bullshit in your mouth. I'm not gonna do that. Don't know. Let's go somewhere else.
I would have just handed him the paint. I just said, "Here you go."
Craig
Go for
absolutely
it."
would have been like,
Make sure to bring paint thinner.
Sure.
Let's see what fucking happens, asshole. Let's go.
My favorite thing is people that like will call me and they essentially try to ask me if I can like walk them through my website, and I'm like, first of all, I don't know what my website looks like. I'm like, second of all, I'm busy. I don't have time to sit here on the phone with you. And like I remember one guy was like, he would look through and then like ask me a question and sit through and wait, and all I could imagine is him sitting on his couch on his laptop with the phone like just kind of scrolling through. And I remember sitting on the phone and I was like, it's been at least 2 minutes that he hasn't said a word, and I just hung up. I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, some people just expect so much.
Well, yo, so I've done something awful that I'll admit here in this episode where I haven't listed the company I work for. I have recorded messages on my phone to answer very, very common things so that if people call and they start pissing me off, I can click a button and they'll just eventually hang up. I mean, straight up, just like, oh, you're interested in selecting a color? Please visit the online, whatever the fuck, color portal. Access these grays, blip, 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 blip. So I just hit that, hold the phone up, put it down, hope for the best.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
That's
good.
pretty smart.
That's pretty good.
It's so bad, but it's so good. My manager's seen it. Everyone knows it's brilliant. I've been there longer than everyone. What are they going to say? I have seniority.
Yeah.
I'm the old guy in the South. Kiss my feet.
That's amazing. That's
Kiss
amazing.
your feet, bro.
Damn, bro, that seemed like you were holding that one in. Is
Yeah,
there
that's
anything else you want
that
to say,
was-
bro? Like, damn, shit. Fuck.
Got any more feet to talk about?
So you're like,
I love
"Hey,
providing customer service.
You know, every time I think of
Quentin
the fact,
Tarantino has entered the podcast.
every time I think of Tyler working, all I can imagine is him scaling this fence to get into work. That's every time I think about it. I'm like, yeah, that's great. Because I don't
He's
want to
like,
scale a fence.
life is good.
I did tell you all when that happened, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit. And then that conversation with that coworker, this little tiny 90-pound woman, just like, yeah, if you can imagine my fucking ass getting over that, that's what just happened like an hour ago. Wow, I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, I fucking know.
Yeah.
I'm
of
the
course,
pink
I know you
guy.
would do it. How
Anyway.
is said paint store?
It's gonna provide half my income for the foreseeable future, so I will not say anything else now that I admit that I just do a horrible job at my job.
Nice.
Anyway, let's move on.
Watch you get a call.
How's that bike shop?
It's great. I sold a $10,000 bike today.
Nice.
What?
Wow.
Who's buying a $10,000 bike?
A guy
What's
who
it
has
made
spent
out of?
$40,000 on bikes,
What?
on 4 bikes, because they were all 10 grand.
I
No.
love
What the
money.
fuck does this guy do with his
I
bikes?
love-
Rides them.
dude, it's like if you work
Is he a
hard
professional?
enough,
No.
you can just buy anything you want because you work really
No,
hard.
no, Will. Shut the fuck up. Let me tell you how you do it, because this guy has taught me how to do it. You marry a girl who is a heart surgeon.
Okay.
That
That
explains
He
it.
married rich.
Oh,
Eh.
well, didn't you see? Oh, never mind.
you know what? I applaud him. You're right. I was starting to hate this man, but he's a pretty good guy.
Sugar mama it up.
You know why I
See,
love
I'm-
him? Because he was so honest about it with me.
There-
I was like, all right. But me and him are
There
cool.
was-
He rides with me. We're fun. I've sold him at least $26,000 in
What?
bikes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
Do you work off commission?
I did the
Wow.
math though. If we did make commission, I'd be the second highest paid employee at the bike shop. And I've only been.
Really?
I haven't even been there a year,
Wow.
and I have sold over $210,000.
Nice.
Fuck.
Nice, bro.
Fuck.
I've profited the shop over $100,000.
Wow.
My margins are 42%.
Wow. Props to you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I actually say that less of like a bragging thing and more of just I'm happy that I've done, like, that was my goal, was to be above 40% of margin, which is wild. Like, that's a crazy thing to even shoot for.
Yeah.
But I've done it in less than a year,
Nice.
and like at over 200,000 sales, and like it's like that's like I feel
Over
like
200,000 sales.
Yeah, what?
no over 200,000 in sales.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's still a fucking lie.
Oh, it's
But that's
probably,
not over
wrong.
200,000 sales. That's
It's probably a total
Well, yeah, if
of
you're
a couple.
selling 10 grand bikes.
It's got to be at least a couple hundred sales, because you think about, I mean,
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
ranges from just I sold a tube to a guy for $9 to I sold bikes or versus
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but working hard feels good, you know. It's like, all right, like I did good, and then I'll do
Yeah.
the things Tyler does. I'll find a little quick, just hold up my phone
Yeah.
and just be like, here,
Yeah.
listen to this guy talk for a minute. I've had guys call and I pulled up the Jack Black soundboard from Tenacious D,
Oh, God.
and they'll be like, hello, like I want to talk about this, and then I'll be like, yeah, but have you tried a cock push up? It's like, what? A cock push up. It's like
Damn.
the guy will be like, what is that? And then I'll click the Jack Black thing, and it's like, it's where you let your boner lift you into the air, like. And then usually by that point they hang up.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Maybe I gotta change my technique here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, just pull up the Jack Black soundboard from Tenacious D. Oh, it's glorious.
That's really good.
It makes my day. I don't really do it at work, but I will do it before hours and after hours. It's
Look,
great.
Guys, speaking of jobs and people, I got a question for you that I was going to bring up to you boys earlier, but I'm gonna hit you with it live on the air.
Okay.
So I've got Jimmy from Mumbai a job at the Sherwin-Williams company.
Oh.
Shit!
Nice.
You gotta mute the name of that.
Oh.
And I got Jimmy from Mumbai a job at this place, and he's gonna start on Tuesday. So Jimmy has offered to talk about breakfast foods and just the vibe that is him
Yeah.
next week for at least a portion of the air.
Let's do it.
He's 40 feet away, and I can bring him right down here next week.
Great. Have him pick.
We
Have
already-
him pick the album of the week.
Well, no, okay, so I was going to talk to you about that. He could pick it, or he said he's good to listen to the album of the week.
That's not how
What
we
do
do
we-
guests on this show. That's not how we do guests on the show.
We definitely want him to pick it.
We want him to pick it.
Then album of the week is coming up in the next day in the chat that will be edited on the screen when you
Hell
all watch
yeah.
this video.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay, so he'll be on the next episode then.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn about
Sounds
this
good.
man's
A breakfast
eating
connoisseur.
habits.
I'm so stoked to talk to him. Yeah.
Yo, and just so you all know, you gotta call him Bob D. He loves
Bob
that.
D.
Yeah, Bob D.
Fuck yeah.
Like Bob D. That's him.
Fuck yeah. Big Bob
Alright.
D.
Hello, Bob.
Yeah.
What does the D stand
Dímelo,
for?
Bob D.
Just no,
You know?
like BOBDIII. Bob D.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I see.
All right.
Dímelo,
Cool.
Bob.
I
Well,
like
guys.
this.
Yep.
Nice. Then let's. Do we want to cut this here, or do we want to quickly talk about Elon?
Oh, Avon?
Avon. The
Elon.
cosmetics.
No. Elon Musk on
Oh,
SNL.
Elon.
Oh, Elon.
Hey,
Do we
Craig,
want to?
Craig, hit us with some Elon. What do you got?
Did anybody see it, or am I just gonna be talking to myself right now?
I watched his intro, his monologue at the beginning.
The monologue. Trevor, anything?
I didn't watch it.
All right, never mind. All right.
next time.
Is it good?
We'll all
No,
watch
no,
it.
you
That's
can-
part
no,
of
you
our
can talk
homework.
about it though, because I'm
Episode
interested
of-
now.
Yeah, on the next episode of the Mystical Hot Chocolate Talks.
Excerpt of the week.
Yeah. All right.
We all got
Well,
some homework.
Yeah, it's a little bit of homework.
Gotta watch
All right.
Elon.
Yeah, watch Elon. Thank you everybody for watching this. We have been the Mystical Hot Chocolate Endeavors. This is the Mystical Hot Chocolate Talks, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.